In this chapter, we are going to discuss about motion. Let's start the discussion about motion. What do you mean by motion? Motion means it is related to movement, right? When an object is moving from one position to the other position, we can say that there is motion. Here, these vehicles are moving. How we can understand that these objects are moving? We need to compare the movement with respect to surrounding. Just imagine you are sitting inside the bus and the bus is moving. How you can understand that the bus is moving? We need to look out. When we are looking out, we can see all the trees are moving back. From that movement, we can understand that our bus is moving. Means motion is always relative. It is a change in position of an object with respect to surrounding. We need to compare the movement always with respect to surrounding. Here the fishes are moving. It is also one of the example for motion. If we are comparing with the surrounding, we can understand that the fishes are moving. Now we can discuss some terms related to motion. First one, distance traveled by an object. How we can find the distance traveled by an object? We can discuss it with an example. Here there is a football and that ball is moving in two directions, right? First one is here the distance is 9 meter, here the distance is 10 meter. How we can find the path length? 10 plus 9, right? Path length equal to 10 plus 9. Path length equal to 19. 10 plus 9, 19. Here the total distance covered by this object is 19 meter. That is equal to path length. Now we can define distance traveled by an object. Distance traveled by an object is the total path length covered by the object. We are considering another example. There is a car and this car is moving 50 meter, now 100 meter. What is the total distance here? It is 100 meter. Total distance or distance traveled equal to 100 meter. Next one is displacement. Displacement and distance both are different. The unit of displacement is meter and the unit of distance is meter. But the concept is different. We are going to consider a boy. A person is standing in front of his house and he is going to move from his house to this house. It is a path followed by him. Now he is going to this house. What is the distance traveled by this man? We need to calculate this distance and this distance. 100 plus 50 equal to 150 meter. But displacement is different. Distance is 150 meter. It is a total path length covered by an object. Here the total path length covered by this person. Displacement is distance between initial point and final point. It was the initial point and it is the final point. If you are taking the distance between straight line distance between initial and final point, it will give displacement. Distance equal to 100 plus 50, 150 meter. Now we can define displacement. Displacement is a straight line distance between initial point and final point. Here it is a straight line distance. That distance is known as displacement. There is a question for you. Can the magnitude of displacement be equal to the distance traveled by an object? Magnitude means that amount. The question is, distance equal to displacement. Is it possible? That is the question. Can the magnitude of the displacement be equal to the distance traveled by an object? Let's check with an example. We are considering a car. It is traveling from this point to this point. It is initial point, it is final point. What is the distance traveled by the object? What is the distance traveled by the car? It is 100 meter, right? And what is the distance between initial point and final point? It is also 100 meter. So we can say that here distance equal to 100 meter, displacement is 100 meter. It is possible only when it is traveling in a straight line in one direction. Next question. An object has moved through a distance. Can it have zero displacement? If yes, support your answer with an example. Answer is yes. Zero displacement is possible. When it is possible? We are considering the same football and that football is moving. Here, initial position is equal to final position, then what will be the displacement? Displacement will be 0 because initial position and final position both are same. In this case, initial position and final position are same, then displacement is 0. But distance is not 0 because it is already traveled some distance. Distance is not 0, but here in this case, displacement is 0. Yes, if the initial point and final point are same, the displacement will be 0, but distance is total path length covered by the object. It is not 0. Subscribe our channel for getting instant notification of sample paper solution and support us for providing free online classes to everyone. www.winpointonlineclasses.com